I have high hopes, not necessarily for any skill reason, because I have no idea how I'll be at surfing. Obviously, I've skateboarded and snowboarded in the past, so I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure there's a bit of things that are transferable, but I have high hopes for the vibe, and I think even I talked about this on the last episode with Nautilus. The guy on the phone when I called about the lessons was so nice. He was so kind, and like he had such a good vibe. And if that is any hint as to how this is going to go, then I am thoroughly excited, because that guy was awesome, and I'm sure surfing is going to be awesome. I mean, I have no doubt. And I mean, it's just relying on me to actually learn how to do it, and then be able to do it and fucking ride some waves. And that's something I'm excited for. Riding my first wave, holy fuck, that sounds lit. It's like, I don't know, if it's anything like, if it gives me or invokes any feeling like snowboarding does, then I will be a surfing fan. Like, and I'm at least from what I've heard from people talk about it, the surfing feeling when you get into that zone, that like zen state or that flow state, is even more incredible when you're surfing as opposed to when you're snowboarding, snowboarding. Even though it's still good, there's just something way more dynamic and more connecting, because you're in a lake or an ocean and there's no here's the thing. You can snowboard on any hill. Obviously, you can go into the mountains and hit a mountain like that. But all the experiences that I'm assuming a majority of people have had nowadays are on a curated mountain range, wherein they actually, keep everything okay, and they're tilling the snow and making everything fine so that it's great conditions all the time, or as good as they can make it. Obviously, they can't always make it amazing. But with surfing, they can't fucking manipulate the water unless you go to one of those indoor places where they just make fake waves for you to learn how to surf. That's a thing, but that's not. I mean, those are like. I mean, there's not that many of those. Those aren't something that's like in every town you can just go learn at an indoor place. I'm sure they have one maybe in Toronto or like somewhere around the city, but like fuck that. We're going to the lake. We're gonna surf like Chicken Joe. He learned in Lake Michigan, so we're gonna rock it like that. And not to go on a tangent, let me finish my point. There's no curation here. It's just the waves. So I can see why people would say that the feeling, that zen state from surfing is better than snowboarding, or at least different in a way that is more intense, because it's not a mountain straight down and it's all tilled. It's a fucking wave that the ocean is creating, or the lake is creating, or the wind and the weather and everything, and it's uncontrollable. And that's part of the surf like kind of culture, or at least from the competitive surf videos I've seen. There's an aspect to it where it's like, even snowboarding now, obviously, like, their weather permits, and they can snow on a day and they can still compete or whatever. But when weather permits for surfing, it changes the entire it changes everything. The waves are different, I don't know all the terms yet, but like the breaks are different. All the things are curated or created differently because of the weather. So when there's a storm or a swell or whatever they say, and obviously you can learn eventually all these terms, but yeah, like it changes everything. So I can see why it would be like a different experience altogether. I'm not gonna go out and be like, oh, this one's better or worse. Maybe when I start doing it, I'll be able to say, but everything is fucking fire. I'm sure it's all gonna be fire, regardless. But yeah, I'm excited. Like, I'm definitely excited. So I can definitely say that. And I haven't done something like, well, I've done stuff alone, but like I haven't went and done like a lesson or like something like this in a long time. So that's another thing where I'm like, oh, okay, let's do it. But yeah.